Ooh, how's it going, guys? Disney Dan here. Welcome back into the channel and welcome to episode 86 of Disney Fiasco. We got some amazing guests here tonight. We're going to have a lot of fun. We have the wonderful Megan from Mickey's Magic. Good to see you.
Thanks, Dan.
Crushing it on TikTok.
Well, I blame these two gentlemen over here, that one up there, and this one. They had an intervention last week.
Yep.
Thank you.
Well, you can get an idea of what happened in the green room before the show on Zip's TikTok. Hopefully soon.
Don't post that.
It was amazing. We got, as I just said, we got Zippity Doodad here. Welcome back. It's good to see you back in the show. It's been a while.
It has been. Yeah, I work every other Saturday night, so we just haven't hooked back up. But I'm excited now. I have a few weeks off anyway from working, and it's good to be back. I can't wait. I'm excited.
I'm super excited to have you back. And a very special guest, someone who I've wanted on for quite a long time. We have Josh from Practically Perfect Park Hopping. It's good to have you. We finally got our schedules worked up, and obviously now with everything that's going on, it's really great to have you here.
I appreciate it. It's good to be on. I'm sorry I couldn't make it the last time, but now I've got an excess of time, so I can be on anytime you need me. Sounds
great. I'll keep that offer in mind. You put yourself out there now, so you can't take it back. Right, let's see who we got in the chat. We have the wonderful Ed and Mindy from the VIAPREE project, wonderful partner channels of mine. It was so great being on Sessions last week. Let me just say thank you so much for inviting me onto Sessions. Had an amazing time. Tacos were involved, and you guys, it's so good to get you guys to be back in the live streaming world and the YouTube world. We got Nick from Magical News Live here. Welcome in, Nick Jumbo, my friend. We got Alex Brunner here. We got Captain Akron, who is here. We got Alyssa Stenberg. Donna Addison Fullen is here. I think I saw Samantha and RobFuz. We got Surfer Girls here. Welcome in, everybody. Please make sure you share out the stream. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, not just to my channel, but to Meg's channel, to Patrick's channel. No, that way. And to Josh's channel as well. Kay Atwood is here, and Donna Jaworski is here. Welcome in, Donna. So good to see you, my friend. Hope you are well. Walter Grams is here. What is up, Dougie? Dougie was on an awesome stream earlier with that UK Disney couple, and he was having the time of his life on there. R. Jones is here. Mouse Talk is here. Welcome in, Walt and Melissa. AJC Magic TV is here. My Disney Parks Memories is here. Wow, lots of people flying in. LSU Mom. Hey, Emily, what's going on? So many people here. Well, welcome in, everybody. Flying in. No, we're soaring in. We're flying. No, that's yeah, I can't sing. So today we are going to be creating our own Disney land. Now, I kind of left this kind of sort of open-ended, and I think we all went sort of different routes. I think some of us have chosen, for example, one movie or concept, and then we kind of branched out and looked at different areas of that land. Some of you may have chosen different movies and different ideas. So, I mean, for me, myself, I've gone with different movies and different franchises. Maybe some of you have gone for one movie and other franchises and all that kind of stuff. We'll get around to it. Well, it's just kind of throwing it all out there. It's going to be fun. We got a very, very special guest in the chat. My wonderful friend Becky, former cast member. So good to see you. Hey, Becky. Yeah, we got Spaceship Earth here as well. Welcome in. RobFuz is here. Welcome in, RobFuz. Right. I'm going to start off, ladies first, as it's polite. I'm going to start off with Meg. What is the first thing that came to your mind when I said you're going to create your own Disneyland?
Well, I went back and forth on this because this is not something described as Zippity Doodad.
Was that Candy Mom?
Candy Mom.
I knew it.
Every time.
She's awesome.
But because this entity is not owned by Disney, I was like, but one day it might be. Who knows? So I know Dan and Josh will be fans of this, but I chose Lord of the Rings because obviously, we need a Lord of the Rings land.
Oh my gosh, I am so happy you went to Lord of the Rings first.
This is I have a legit plan. Like Disney, please.
This is only an
hire
hour
me.
show, Meg.
I have restaurants, rides, shops, attractions, and cast members. Like,
So is your whole thing Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
Love it.
it
So
has to be an extension of Hollywood Studios because that's the movie park, right? But I also I was gonna say Nintendo, but they're already doing that.
that's going somewhere down the street.
But I'm just saying, you said a land or a themed area, so
Yeah.
I'm going with what I like. But I mean, they're already doing Nintendo Land, so they have to do Lord of the Rings Land.
I am so happy you went out of the Disney bubble to bring something in that is just has to be in there. So okay,
I'm intrigued.
right. My first question is, at Hollywood Studios, where are you going to put this land? How big is it? How are you going to put it there?
I mean, I was thinking that it could be behind Galaxy's Edge and Toy Story Land to have another section in there.
Nice.
I mean, obviously it has to be big, but I'm not good with visual spatial skills. So it'll just be Lord of the Rings Land equals nap time. Richard, we will have a specific room just for you. It'll be dedicated to the Arjon's room, and we'll
Arjon's room.
I might be in that same room with Arjon's.
Patrick, you need to watch Lord of the Rings.
I know. I
You
will.
do.
And now that you say that, I want to switch my whole land, and I want to do Game of Thrones land. Now that
oh my,
that wouldn't be accepted by Disney,
right? That's what I was thinking.
Lord of the Rings. I've got Gandalf.
Guys, I have all of my Funko Pops up there.
Oh my gosh.
Those are only Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit ones.
So your Lord of the Rings land, you're gonna have it from the Shire to Mordor. I mean, that'll just be a walk in the park. But
one does not simply walk into Mordor.
Because it's a theme park. No.
Yes, I like it, Dan. I was
terrible.
I was thinking though that the majority could be taking place in Hobbiton or the Shire, and then we could have Mount Doom in the background, kind of like where you have Black Spires, and
So
what about Gondor?
I mean, we can have
how about just a to scale Gondor,
a to scale
giant Gondor? Yeah,
I think that'd be pretty hard to do. I don't know if that could happen.
The Lynn project goes Mountain Dew, as in a Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew, yes,
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking.
Mountain Dew in the background.
Sponsored by Mountain Dew. We got
Sponsored by
PTV now.
Mountain Dew.
What's up, PTV?
I feel like I have to watch Lord of the Rings and able to hang out with you guys because I have no idea.
I feel like if you've watched Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings is
right?
Lord of the Rings is a walk in the park. It's just less gory.
There's not as much gore. There's definitely. We could talk about this after the stream. The stream.
It's a whole deep hole.
We got to get so Meg, choose one. We'll come back round to you, but choose one thing. So choose a ride, restaurant. What would you have in your Lord of the Rings land?
Dan, I have so many things, but I just saw Michelle say, "Will you have a carousel where you grab the ring?" And we're going to have a Merry and Pippin go round.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds good.
One of the characters' names is Mary. Instead of a merry-go-round, it's going to be a Merry and Pippin, who's another character go-round.
I dig it.
They're kind of like sidekicks.
I was so excited about that.
Oh my God. That's hilarious. So
and it's got to be connected to a restaurant.
Oh.
Okay, but wait, can I have a real one now? Can I have a
real one now? Yes, you can have a real one. There's no rules, Meg. There's no rules.
The Green Dragon has to be a real thing, and it's going to be the sit-down restaurant there, and they will serve alcohol, and you could get your drinks there. You could get your food there. It's going to be similar food to what you might find at the Rose and Crown. So
we need the Shire pub.
It's the only brew for the brave and true.
Yes.
Yeah.
On that note, we'll come back to Meg's Lord of the Rings concept a little later. Josh, we're going to come to you next. What was the first thing that came to mind when I suggested this topic?
Well, it took a little bit of thought, but I just did this a similar exercise through the Imagineering in a Box. And so I kind of went back to that and what I was thinking for that. And mine's actually an extension of a park, similar to Meg's, but mine is in Animal Kingdom.
Right.
And it would be a whole South America area of Animal Kingdom.
Very nice. So you've gone completely non-franchise, non-movie related at all and gone straight for an area of the world that you can build on, which is
right.
So, okay.
And I mean, you've got some IPs that you could work in there, just like they do currently in Animal Kingdom with certain areas, but mainly just an overly Imagineered, similar how they did with Asia and Animal Kingdom, but South America, big temples and things like that.
So, okay, fantastic. I love that idea. So if you had, there's so many franchises that you could put there in South America. You got Coco, you got the Three Caballeros, you know, those kind of aware, the Elena of Avalor, the Disney TV show. There's so many sort of great ideas there that I think can go there. So you've gone with South America. So what would be your first thing you would put in your South America land?
So in Animal Kingdom, we already have some representation of Up. So that would give a home to the Up characters.
Nice.
Yes.
But also it would allow for a nice take on the Emperor's New Groove, which we don't see very much in the park.
Oh, dude. You can come back to my show anytime, dude. When someone talks about Emperor's New Groove, I mean, come on. Like, that is such a great movie.
But see, I only wanted touches of that because I didn't want it to take away from the Imagineering aspect. So I wanted it to be very, very highly themed, just like Pandora, Asia, Galaxy's Edge.
Well, bring back
I have a really cool attraction idea that when we start talking attractions, I'm excited to talk about.
I'm looking forward. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Lynn goes, Rapunzel needs a whole theme park.
Yes, Lynn.
I could completely agree. Why is her area some bathrooms? Why can't she just have like
why
a whole
ugly duckling thing?
Holy bathrooms.
I mean, they're the best bathrooms in Disney, but they're still bathrooms.
She gets a lot of love on the
Becky
cruise
says,
line,
bring
though.
back Coco. She does.
I don't have enough money to go on the Disney.
No, I've been dying to.
Amen.
Tina McNeil's here. Shep's here. Look at these awesome people. Wow.
Shep.
Look at the people who are
Shep
here.
Pigeons.
I mean, Shep, thank you so much for joining, pal. It's good to see you. Rapunzel does need a whole theme park. Yeah, I know Becky is a massive fan of Rapunzel. Okay, so we'll come back to attractions a little later on. Right, Zip. What is your creation?
So I am super excited. So first off, I know everyone would probably guess that I'm going to make a whole new Under the Sea world. Right? I was thinking of this. So I was thinking maybe I'll have like 5 different meet and greets with Ariels, just so I don't have to wait in line. Like I'll be able to get to meet her whenever I want and not have to
all her
wait.
different outfits.
But I'm not doing Ariel. All right. I'm not doing the whole Ariel land. I am staying in the Magic Kingdom though. And this is why I thought Meg was going to steal this, because as much as I love Splash Mountain, Zippity Doodad, you know, the whole name and everything, my true ride, and it's grown on me over the last year, is Haunted Mansion.
Oh, yes.
So I'm going to extend
Two biggest Haunted Mansion fans right here.
I'm going to extend the whole entire Haunted Mansion area. It's going to be called the Foolish Mortals Land. And I have ideas up the keys to that. I think Disney's going to be like, Zip, we need you on the payroll. Come be an Imagineer. Work for me.
I'm ready to pay you to do that.
So there.
I have so many great ideas for this. But, so what do you want to hear first? Dan, talk to me.
Well, I mean,
I got rides. I got everything.
I mean, come on, it's
We have lists.
We have a list.
All right, so I'll do.
I want to know how are you going to put it in Magic Kingdom? Is it going to be behind the mansion? Are you going to get rid of something
we're going to knock some trees down behind the mansion. We're going to knock a few trees down behind the mansion. Absolutely. And it's going to extend into, we're going to do Tom Sawyer's Island all over, and it's going to be the Foolish Mortals Cemetery.
Ooh.
Okay, because the Tom Sawyer, I love it and everything, but I think it's a great spot to not be to be spooky, but not so much like a Scream Fest type of spooky. We don't want that in Disney because Disney's still family friendly, but it's going to be it's going to play right off of the Haunted Mansion theme in there.
I love it.
But the one thing I'm gonna go ahead.
I was going to say, will it follow a similar story, or would it be the same story as what we have?
It's going to follow us.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to follow a similar story. I was almost thinking of maybe having that be like part of the walkthrough, where you had to actually walk through that whole cemetery area and maybe take a quick little boat ride over to get into the Haunted Mansion.
I love it.
But the restaurant, I just want to drop the restaurant real quick because I was thinking about
me food.
The restaurant. It's gonna so you're gonna walk in, and the first thing you're gonna see is the hallway that has the floating candle at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And each door, you can go into each door, and it's going to be different ballrooms, like the ballroom scene. So you're going to sit down and feel like you're actually at the ballroom.
Can we get
served
by ghosts? And
well, that's the thing too. You're gonna have to order everything either by a mobile device or anything, because there's going to be no humans around. And once you order your food, the carts are going to come out kind of like Be Our Guest carts, but with no humans, and they're going to come out and then just like bring the food right to you. It's going to be great. I'm telling you.
Like a hidden, if you're talking about like the candelabras, you can have like Lumiere hidden in there too.
Yeah.
Hidden.
So this was a little hidden Mickey. I had my Haunted Homies
I love it.
shirt on today. So, but you can come back to me. I got a lot. I got meet and greets. I got rides. I got all kinds of stuff.
Can I just say, I love all three of your choices. It kind of puts mine to shame.
You need to write down meet and greets now.
So I went a completely different route. I went with different franchises for different lands. And I chose one that I think has been, for me, as a massive comic book fan and somebody who's been waiting for this franchise to come to Disney for so many years, and they haven't turned up in the MCU yet. It's the X-Men, and I want an X-Men mansion area where we can explore the mansion as big as it is. And I'm gonna just start off with the food. We're gonna have Wolverine's waffle fries. Okay.
Oh my god.
And we're gonna have Cyclops Sundays. That's kind of like where my mind was going. So I kind of did all different ones. For every time you come to my choice, I'll choose a different franchise because I'll keep mine short and sweet. Because I just want to hear yours. My quick attraction is going to be called Escape the Danger Room. And so obviously X-Men is known for their Danger Room. And what will happen is you enter the Danger Room and you'll have a VR headset. And what you'll choose is a different mutant or X-Men companion with similar abilities. So you can either be Cyclops or you can be Storm. And your basically aim is to sort of get out the Danger Room and try not to be destroyed. And Magneto's controlling the Danger Room. And that's kind of like my attraction. So you'll have the X-Men mansion, and the final part, I kind of taken inspiration from Rise of the Resistance, only I haven't written it yet. You'll fly out of the X-Men mansion on the X-Jet, and you have to fly and escape the X-Mansion. That's kind of like my sort of take. But that's kind of like the first thing I went with, because I've been desperate to see X-Men in the MCU. I've been watching the animated show from the 90s, because it was like my favorite show growing up.
Yep.
Wolverine as in his yellow jumpsuit with his
Wolverine's the best.
It's so classic. I can hear the theme song in my head.
Yeah. Oh, God, it's always in my head. It's amazing. So I went with the X-Mansion themed land area, but I chose all different ones. But we'll get back to mine a little later. Right, back from the X-Mansion to the Shire.
Or Magneto to Gandalf.
Magneto. Oh, Ian McKellen crossover right there. Okay, so we know where it's going to be with your Lord of the Rings land. How many attractions are you going to have? And what's kind of like the story of it? Is it going to be based around Lord of the Rings, the story, or is it going to be something a little different? How's it going to work?
So my intention is to have sort of the experience of being in Hobbiton. So I really like that that hominess and being in nature, and it sort of being like a safe spot for people to go if you feel overwhelmed by Star Wars or the rest of the theme park. But I have
Star Wars is the enemy.
That was the enemy. We only have ogres and cave trolls to scare you.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 attractions that I've put together.
Oh wow!
Oh my god! I think I only have 3.
I can
That's the whole park.
That includes your Merry and Pippin go round.
Yeah, that's one of them. So I have 7 others.
Oh my gosh!
Okay, so I would love. I'll do it really quick. I would love to have a ride riding the eagles, sort of like Flight of Passage, like you jump on the eagles' backs.
Yes.
I thought it would be cool to have a train ride or a wagon ride through Hobbiton, a walkthrough of Bilbo's house, a video of behind the scenes or of like Weta or the Weta Cave doing all of the like the masks or the helmets and the swords and all the props.
Kind of like Launch Bay, but for Lord of the Rings.
Yes. My dad helped me come up with this next one. Explore with the Ents, a nature trail.
It's so
Similar
cool.
to Jedi training, you can have sword training. That was his idea too. A nighttime fireworks show that's based off of Bilbo's birthday, and then the Merry and Pippin go round.
So is this going to be a theme park or just like is this going to be huge?
Well,
I
love
it. I love it.
Excited to do that.
Like the glass blower in Magic Kingdom, you could have a blacksmith.
Yeah.
Who's out hammering steel.
See, Disney, if you're watching, can we make this a real thing?
Create your own one ring like in Savi's.
Oh, just Dan, you didn't even hear my shops. Should we shop?
How have you written?
I thought that said Sheps.
Ships.
At Sheps list.
That's a meet and greet. Ships meet and greet.
How have you written so much on such a little piece of paper?
I'm very concise.
Okay, so what? Okay, from the attractions that you have, what is like your A-ticket Rise of Resistance Flight of Passage attraction?
Oh, definitely the Eagle one, similar to Flight of Passage, I would say. That one.
And is it where they go from Mordor to back to the Shire, or how? What's the story?
I was thinking, I mean, you could potentially do that, but I think it would be more interesting if you were to go from Isengard and sort of how Gandalf makes his way back to, real society.
A Thorin-esque Flight of Passage.
Very Thorin-esque.
Going through all the different lands of... Yeah. That is... Zip is like, what are you talking about?
I don't know. You can minimize me if you want.
Everyone's saying...
You can put me backstage. I'll just wait until it's my turn.
Everyone's saying in the chat, though, that I've been thinking about this for a long time. And I spent like 5 or 10 minutes like brainstorming. And I was like, this is it. We have it. This is a real idea.
Gold.
Disney, are you listening?
Mithril.
Yes. We need real shops. We need a dress shop. We need mithril. Like Harry Potter sells wands. Why can't we sell? I'm sorry. I'm just like getting really carried away.
Yeah. I'm so excited though. I like how excited you're getting though, Meg.
I have a great idea for Fantasyland. VIAPREE, send it. What is your great idea for Fantasyland? I'm getting more and more excited about this world of Lord of the Rings, Middle Earth, or Meg's Middle Earth. We're going to call it.
This could very well fit into Animal Kingdom. Just Candy Mom said it should connect to Pandora. It could fit.
Easy peasy.
We could have sheep there.
Yes, a whole petting zoo.
Yeah, why not?
Right, bringing it back to some form of sanity. Speaking of Animal Kingdom, Let's get our South American hats on. Right. Let's hear it. I want to hear these attractions for South America in Animal Kingdom, Josh.
Okay, so I have 4 attractions.
Okay.
2 of them are super big fun rides, and 2 of them aren't. Like, they're just cool. One of them is just like a visual 4D experience theater type of thing, just talking about the rainforest and conservation.
Yes.
Very Disney. You know, where you'll be able to smell the fire of the rainforest burning, and, you know, something very, you know, tugs on the emotions. And then you have like a simple boat ride, very similar to Living with the Land, where it's taking you through a atrium, and you've got some birds in there and trees, and it's like being in the rainforest. You know, it's very humid.
Nice.
Very similar to Living with the Land, but like a living rainforest and atrium. And then the other 2 attractions, one of them is going to be in like an Aztec temple, and it's going to be a drop ride similar to Tower of Terror, and it's going to be based off of Emperor's New Groove, and it's going to be all about pull the lever, Kronk. And it's going to be different scenes.
I love
And it's going to be different scenes, and you'll drop, and it'll be a scene, and then it'll feel like you're going sideways, and then drop, and it's just going to feel like you're going all over the.
This is exciting. This is exciting.
I want to go to Josh's park now.
But
I'm gonna go.
The main attraction is actually not themed after any movie. It's themed after the Jungle Cruise, because the Jungle Cruise takes place in South America, and it's going to be called Exploration Falls. And think Jungle Cruise meets Splash Mountain meets the Frozen attraction. And basically, you're going to be in what would seemingly be like a miniature Jungle Cruise boat. And it's going to have the same look and everything, but it's going to be a flume type of ride. And very similar to how Splash Mountain goes, where you're going through it. But at some point, you're going to flip backwards, and you're going to go down the flume backwards, like you're going over the falls in a Jungle Cruise skipper boat.
I have goosebumps.
Can I just say, both guys have come prepared with hiding references for their ideas within their shirts. Jungle Cruise,
yes,
and Haunted Mansion.
I don't know if I can. Man, I told you, I don't think I can follow these 2. They have like beautiful minds, and then the zip.
This is me who didn't even know by the brief, who invented the idea.
And so it's going to have a lot of SEA references, and you're going to have like maybe a crash plane from Cornelia. I can't think of her last name, but she's from Tokyo. I can't think of her last name right now. Falco. Camellia Falco. So like a crash plane.
Dr.
Albert Falls. Yes, absolutely. Just different things like that, but you're going to go down it backwards, and going to be super thrilling and exciting, and it'll fit right in. And so like that attraction, how Splash Mountain is very, when you go into Frontierland, it's a big visual. So that one's going to actually have a big waterfall on it. That's going to be like an actual working waterfall that pumps through the land and creates a river. And then the ride will be like on the side of it, so you don't actually see that like you do Splash Mountain.
That's amazing. We'll come back to those ideas. Just say VIAPREE had a question. They said,
"Sorry,
since Disney is 20th Century Fox, they need to add a section to the Fantasyland that is based on The Greatest Showman." Yes, if it's about The Greatest Showman.
With Zac Efron. Sorry. Also, I wanted to I put in the chat, but Josh, that guy right there, has also been doing these really cool videos about, like this whole series. So I don't know if someone wants to put those links in.
Thanks,
I was just gonna say the SEA. I was listening. I was watching your shows about the SEA, and I was really doing a lot of research of how they're all connected throughout the parks and all these different characters that are so sort of hidden. And it would be so nice just to have more obvious kind of stuff like that in the parks. And I think that's where your idea really shines through with this drop flume ride. I think it's such a clever idea. I think it's such a unique idea, and things that kind of, when people go to Disney, they're kind of like, oh, we're going to go and hit up Fantasyland and all that, but they don't like stop and look at sort of more detailed stuff. and I think that's
Right.
this is a perfect opportunity for that. We got Belle Southern here. Hey Jill,
Hey,
so
Jill.
good to see you.
Jill.
And Kylie, hey Kylie, good to see you as well. That's Jill's daughter. Welcome into the stream. And can we just come back to the Emperor's New Groove, please?
For
'Cause
sure.
I think it's one of the best. I think it's top tier Disney movies. Just having the pull the lever Kronk drop ride or some version of that ride that needs to happen in the parks at some point because
I feel like it would be fun.
it'd be so
Like-
good.
And Disney's got the technology where they can make you feel like you don't know what direction you're going in.
Mhm.
You know, you could literally sit still and they could do things that make you feel like you're moving.
I mean, I don't know.
There's a whole bunch of things they could do with that.
I don't know how you guys felt when you came off Flight of Passage for the first time. That how could Disney technology get any better than that? And then, heck, you got Rise of the Resistance, and that was only what, a couple of years after Flight of Passage.
Yeah.
Opened? Like they're just stepping up their game, and trust me, I've been on Ratatouille. As soon as you get on Ratatouille, that's going to be so good.
Can't wait for that.
I mean, you got Disney Plus way before us. I've been on Ratatouille.
That's an even trade, right?
Yeah.
It's even trade, I guess. I don't know, but I'm still watching The Mandalorian, but it's fine. Love those picks, Josh. I think those are definitely inspiring picks, especially for really great sorts of storytelling, and that's what Disney I think does best.
Thanks.
Coming on to something that I'm super excited about, Haunted Mansion themes. I mean, anything Haunted Mansion themed, I'm so there. So right, go on then, Zip. All
right.
The floor is yours.
So there's going to be 5 aerial meet and greets, right?
Yeah.
And you can go to each one of them at any. No, I have three.
One is only for
Three-
Zip.
It's only for me. Only when I show up.
No, Zip is the meet and greet.
Yeah, you can actually meet. Yeah, we're doing a duet.
Like our jobs too.
Yeah, I have 3 rides, and I didn't get into the details as these 2 have. So maybe you guys can help me along with these details. Maybe we'll see. But the main attraction, I'm gonna start with the main attraction first, and it is just kind of like a segue to Flight of Passage. So it's gonna be like that, but you're strapped into a casket. Okay, and you're gonna be floating. It's gonna feel like you're floating through the whole entire Haunted Mansion, and there's gonna be effects where like there's gonna be breathing, like there's gonna be wind blowing out behind you and stuff. But like you're gonna feel ghosts all over the place.
Wow.
It's gonna be so surreal, and it's just gonna take you all around the Haunted Mansion. And so that one's gonna be the main ticket. All right, that's gonna be a great one. I'm also gonna do this is gonna be like the Rock and Roller Coaster, but it's gonna be the Headless Horseman roller coaster.
Nice.
Yeah,
I like that.
I love
And
that.
it's gonna be indoors. And you know how like on Rock and Roller Coaster, you're going through, you can see like the street signs and everything like that when you're flying by. These you can actually go through like doorways. So it's almost gonna be like the actual Haunted Mansion in a faster pace, like through the library, through the ballroom.
Yeah.
But you're going to go through these doorways that are going to segue into different parts of the Haunted Mansion. And it's just going to be, I don't know, the music we're going to be playing. I don't know what we can have. It's not going to be Aerosmith blasting in your ears, but maybe you guys can help me out with the music for that ride.
I feel like you could use some classic, like Disney, some of the scarier Disney, like the Dancing Skeletons, and like I love that you included the Headless Horseman.
Yeah,
Because that's a classic that doesn't get a lot of love.
Crane. Yeah, Ichabod
Yeah.
Crane. Well, there was a song in the film Ichabod Crane called "The Headless Horseman," which Bram Bones sings, who's the main sort of antagonist to Ichabod Crane. You could have that song. It's a great song.
It sounds
Well,
kind
and
of like
even-
the Mummy from Universal Studios. They have like you go through.
I've never been to Universal.
Neither have I.
It's like 4x4 the ride vehicle.
Yeah.
You go through sort of like a mummy tomb area. So it sounds kind of like something like that, and you see all these skulls and like dead skeleton guys.
They
So
all kind of flip up in front of you. It's
they pop up.
pretty cool.
You could definitely do like jump scares and things like that for the people, but
And Candy Mom had a good point too. I could make the bride be Ariel.
I mean, that would definitely traumatize a lot of little girls.
And
who-
instead of
it's
instead
going to
of-
traumatize me too. It's going to
instead of
traumatize
actually
me.
have a fork.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So I think that would be
seems so
pretty
morbid.
Very bad.
Death by
Yes.
Dinglehopper.
And I was gonna factor in, which I didn't, to anything. Sorry, Meg, was Jack and Sally, because I know you love Jack and Sally, and it's the nightmare, before Christmas. But I was gonna just keep that for the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween parade and everything like that, and the meet and greets for that. So I wasn't even gonna have Jack and Sally meet and greet. Sorry, Meg. But yeah, because you don't think of Jack and Sally when you're on Haunted Mansion. So I want to keep with that whole theme.
Yeah.
The last ride is going to be, since we're right near the water, I'm going to have a haunted ghost story ride where you can get on, not so much like the Liberty boat, but a similar boat, and they just take you into like the woods and just tell you, ghost stories, and there'll be like little things, kind of like the Jungle Cruise that you'll come upon, and animatronics like that. So I think that would be really cool as well.
What if they made that like a dark ride on the water, and then it was like foggy water, like kind of when
exactly.
go in, and so it almost feels like the river Styx, like in Hercules.
So the whole time I'm thinking is at night this ride too as well. You wouldn't do a haunted story during the day. So yeah, exactly. It would be a dock ride at night.
A dock.
A dock. You only can go, the ride only opens at 8:00, even if it closes at 8:30. So you might only have a half hour of that ride.
I absolutely love it. We got 40 people here. Welcome into the stream. Thank you so
What's up, everyone?
So good. We got some amazing people here. But please, guys, make sure you check out Mickey's Magic Practically Perfect Park Hopping. Trying to get that perfectly said every single time.
Oh,
And
it's easy. I picked it right up.
yeah, you did.
It's so hard to say it so fast.
Please, guys, go check out their channels. They're absolutely amazing. And with some incredible ideas, apart from me, who's got terrible ideas. But what can you do? But you know what, Josh? I'm so happy you said Hercules, because my next land is all based around
Yeah.
because look, Hercules needs some love.
Yes, it does.
Hey, he is just, being an ancient historian myself, lover of the ancient world and loving dead people. That's weird. Maybe more than Zip in his haunted mansion. I love the movie. I think it's an amazing movie, a really timeless sort of Disney movie classic, and I just wish they had more in the park. So my Hercules area is going to be actually kind of like Greece / Hercules World Showcase Pavilion, because I think a Greece like land World Showcase Pavilion would be so cool to have. You'll have all the ancient Greek temples with the white columns. You'll have a big statue, the main sort of big showpiece. You have like loads of different. You have the temple in Mexico. You have the Chinese temple in China. But in the Greek area, the Greek temple, you have a big statue of Zeus, like in the movie. I think it would be so cool. It won't be a massive pavilion. It'll have one attraction and one restaurant. Yes.
What if it was an island in World Showcase Lagoon?
You could just take my idea. It's fine. You go ahead.
Josh is a beautiful mind.
He's got this. But I would have an attraction where, so Hercules, if you don't know this, the real story of Hercules, sorry if you think the Disney one is right, but it's not. I would call it the 12 Labors of Hercules, but Disney-fied. And he would have to do 12 different, it's a dark ride, but it's 12 different tasks that he has to go through to get to Hades, to save Meg and Phil and Pegasus, and Pegasus will be there with you to save Meg. Yeah.
Save me.
But I think it'd be, you could Becky goes, you could have a Pegasus carousel. I'd love that. That'd be so good. But I don't think it's as good
like
as
Airborne.
Yeah,
like the swings in Disneyland.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be the swings in, the ones where you can like the actual swings, not like a carousel, but the actual ones where you sit in.
Right, but they look like Pegasus, but it's like a little, like you buckle into it.
You can take my idea, Josh. It's totally cool. Yes, Greek food would have Greek food We got we'll call it Phil's food, and you'll have shawarma, you'll have like hummus, and you'll have pita bread. It'll be so good. And because Josh got embarrassed for taking my idea, he's gone. I think it would be such a cool idea. I think Hercules definitely is needed in the parks, but that's my second pick. Right, we are.
I think Disney Media just got in touch with Josh. He had to take the call real quick.
Yeah, I know. They want to take his South America idea.
They're actually going to be hiring Josh right now. He just sent me a message. So
Bob Chapek has just sent, "Hey, I know we're we're in lockdown."
Bob
Yeah,
Chapek-
I got hired. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. We knew it.
With his Disney Imagineering sweater on. Oh, I love it. I love it. Right. Right, Meg, as we are right. As a whole, we are wrapping up. We've got about 20 minutes left to go. I want to know shops, more importantly, restaurants, and how are you going to manage the crazy waits of your most anticipated lands? And any other details that you want to add as well.
I didn't think about that.
Right, Meg.
I'll go through it quickly though, because I
We got
don't.
3 minutes. It's fine. You go ahead.
So obviously we would have a jewelry store
Because it's the One Ring.
but then you could buy like necklaces and pendants and things like that.
Yeah.
It would be cool to have the Weta shop so you could buy some of the figures there or some of the they could have fake swords, sort of like in the Pirates shop after you get out of Pirates, and they have the swords and all the clothes that you could wear to be a pirate. So if you want to be an elf or a hobbit or a dwarf or a wizard.
What about an ant?
Well,
Or an
I'm
orc.
sure, like, they have root things, so I'm sure that we could make like a hat, or I don't know how you could like make yourself into a tree, but
Just
I could sell seeds. I was thinking about having a plant shop as well because
That's clever.
Sam is also a gardener, and I was thinking just to have some fresh flowers and plants and seeds that you could bring back. For
Produce stand.
restaurants, I was also thinking maybe a dress shop, like kind of like what they have in Disney Springs, for some of the nicer dresses and things like that. But the Green Dragon is going to be my sit down. I'm going to have Rosie's, which is going to be quick service, and a bar. And then I'm going to have Sam's Snacks, which is going to be plant based because he's a gardener. And all the cast members are going to be dressed up as hobbits, wizards, elves, men, and dwarves. And then I was also thinking that the Green Dragon could have a special of like potato soup or potato pancakes or anything potatoes because
boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
Yeah, could have potatoes in a stew.
That would be
anything.
so nice.
Yeah. And I didn't think about the wait times. I mean, I could potentially have like, you know how they have the stormtroopers walking around, or they could maybe have like the Nazgul or the Witch King or something.
Oh God, that'd be so scary.
I mean, my mom.
You just have him. You have the Witch King with his thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's just
He's
scaring
like shrieking
kids.
at people.
But I mean, they have the stormtroopers, and my mom is scared of the stormtroopers. So, but I mean,
Ooh, I have an idea for your land, Meg.
oh yes, I mean, the man
you know
just got
how
hired, so
you know how in Universal they have the raptor that pops out at like
Yeah.
kids. I'm sure you've seen that.
yeah.
You could have a fell beast that does that. That,
Wait,
like pops down and scares kids. It's like a photo op or something.
Oh, jeez.
Thanks, God. Thanks, got hired. Becky says you could have a special on second breakfast because you got to all
Ooh.
have that special
Ooh,
breakfast.
yeah. That could be like a special brunch.
oh gosh,
I love it.
there's my
Ooh.
Oh my God.
Maybe you have a Witch King meet and greet, and then it has that pops down.
I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. Meg, leave that there for a sec. How many of you in the chat would want to see the Witch King, who that is, walk around the parks and terrify children?
You fell.
Me.
I would so have that. I would just have
Okay,
all the ring rates just like surround you like they did Frodo.
Like throwing stuff at us. I don't mean to.
Oh my
That's what PJ was wearing when he woke me up this morning.
Oh no!
God. Make me breakfast.
They have a Morgul blade that they poke you with until you leave the land.
No man can make me breakfast.
We could
You could have.
We could have Galadriel's gifts. Oh my gosh.
See.
Oh my gosh. I mean, right, hands up in the chat, everybody who wants to go to Meg's Middle Earth.
Go.
I mean, come on.
I can't put my foot up, but I'm trying.
I mean, I might not have to watch the movies if I just go to Meg's Land.
Oh, dude, you're gonna watch these movies now, and you're gonna be like, "I'm so want to go."
I think at least the first one's on Netflix. So
they're all three of them are standard. Yeah.
So there's only 3. I thought there was 5.
So there's
there's 3 Lord of the Rings. There's 3 Hobbit movies.
Do the Lord of the Rings first, and then
wait. What's the difference? Do they go in?
They're different books, different movies,
different books.
Yeah.
Just do Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Just do Lord of the Rings for now.
Okay.
For now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lord of the Rings is better than The Hobbit, in my opinion. The movies.
Oh yeah. Oh, 100%. 100%. Right.
All right.
Fantastic. Right. Josh, South America.
So you would have a table service that's like a Brazilian steakhouse, similar to Ohana.
Yes.
Very similar, but then you would also have a quick service that's based around Kronk, because Kronk likes to make pies.
His spinach puffs.
And then you would have a kind of like a nomad lounge type of bar that's kind of on the. So I mentioned the waterfall. This would be kind of off those water chutes, one of those. And so you get the view of the waterfall, and it's like just a little nice area to hang out. And they specialize in like margaritas, tequila type drinks because it's South America.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's that.
I love that.
That's
I mean,
see, it's all tied in. So like they would be like, you could get like the sweaters, like you see, what's his name? The ponchos, not sweaters, ponchos. You see them wear in Emperor's New Groove. You can get those and like different things like that. But it's very reminiscent of any of the lands in Animal Kingdom where there's attributes of whatever part of the world they're in.
Would there be a meet and greet with the Emperor's New Groove characters?
Absolutely. Yes, there would be a meet and greet. Obviously, you would have the up characters. They would move there. And then you would have the Emperor's New Groove characters that would rotate similar to Aladdin. And it would all be Imagineered by Joe Rohde and me, Triple P.
Joe Rohde and Triple P.
Joe and Josh.
Josh and Joe. So I have one more question. So let's hypothetically, Disney, say, right, we're going to keep Grand Fiesta Tour in the Mexico Pavilion. Are you going to take Coco and add that as well?
No, because that's Central America.
Okay. That's fair.
So that could stay in Epcot.
I can stay in Epcot. So
because I don't think it would fit because it's too exotic in like the South America that I'm trying to portray, being like deep in the rainforest with waterfalls and poisonous animals and jaguars. And see, that's another thing. You could have some and Tiger Kings. Okay. You could have some like exploration trails with like jaguars and stuff and monkeys. Yep. You could have all these different animals.
Happy encounter.
Oh, the jaguar and monkey scene in Emperor's New Groove.
Jaguar?
Where the monkeys. Jaguar. Oh my gosh, the monkeys.
Jaguar.
Jaguar.
Timber says no, Tiger King.
No talking about Tiger King yet. I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't either. I guess
apparently
doesn't like
it.
Just this half on the screen.
I've never seen it either. Zip like loves it. Zip's ringtone is Tiger King.
Yes, don't live in South America. So we can't go there. It's just going to be poisonous animals and snakes and that kind of stuff.
After seeing that picture of Steve, I don't know if I want to watch that show.
But on his chest. Where is Steve? I can talk about Steve out here, right?
World.
Where is Steve?
Oh gosh.
Oh dear. Right. Let's head up to the Haunted Mansion.
Okay, so
shops. Well, we got Memento Mori, so are we gonna have a bigger shop or bigger shop? Big shop?
Nope. You know what? I didn't even think of the shops. The only thing that's going to be added is you're going to get a Zippity Doodad button in the shop with every purchase of $10 or more.
I think it should be more. I think it should be $25 or $30. Your buttons are worth more.
Yeah.
I gotta get them out there, Meg. I gotta get them out there. I was gonna give them free at the door, but
I should have asked you to autograph mine.
the buttons? I don't think I can. I can maybe get the Z.
I think they're that big.
Let me get a tiny pin.
We do have bigger buttons on the way, so I'll autograph one of those for you, Dan. But all right, so for restaurants, I already told you about the ballroom, that whole restaurant, which I think would be a big hit.
I think that'd be.
There's no quick serves. They are going to have these cots set up all over the land with just for desserts. So like all the Halloween desserts that you get for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, you're going to be able to get all those and then some at all these cots. But unlike Magic Kingdom, where it's drinking is frowned upon, there is going to be a bar. There's going to be a lounge, I should say, not a bar. There is going to be a lounge. Why are you guys laughing?
No, just go for the bar. I love it.
And it's going to be called 990 Happy Drinks.
Yes.
Oh.
And all the drinks are going to have like the frozen ice. So it's all going to be like smoky. And it's just going to be, it's almost like abracadabra type of atmosphere where like the paintings in the wall are going to move and it's going to be kind of like really creepy. But it could be all non-alcoholic too if we're just going to go with the way that Magic Kingdom's portrayed itself. Bas, yeah, Donna. And for my meet and greets, we're going to have the Hitchhiking Ghosts, the Grave Diggers, cool. and is Constance the bride? Yep. Is that her name? And they're going to have, and Constance is going to be there as well for the meet and greets. And that's all I got. That's all I got. I only had a couple hours to do this. And Ariel, yeah.
Ariel's a backup.
Ariel's a backup. Guys, you completely outshone me in every single way. I loved all three of your creative lands that Disney should definitely hire and do. Josh, you need to make some phone calls, yeah?
I've already been hired though, so
he's got the sweater to prove it. Mm-hmm. My last pick, because I've been going sort of different movies and stuff, I chose my favorite Pixar film, and that's Inside Out. And each land is going to be split into mini lands, as in your different imagination lands. So you have sort of, for me, it'll be my Disneyland. Get it? Disney, because I love Disney. My YouTube land. I can't believe I'm saying this, because I know some of you are fans out there. My golf land, because I love golf. I love golf. And then I'll have my Game of Thrones land. And then it will just be like these mini lands with mini sort of attractions in my Inside Out. It'll be called the Disney Dan Land.
That's so great.
I love Dan Land.
And the only way to get there and to get to each land is with the Train of Thought Imagination train, and it is a roller coaster. So you can only get there unless you can handle roller coasters, because it's a roller coaster of emotions, and it's just amazing. And that's kind of like where my mindset, and that's all I had. That's pretty much my last pick. The Hitchhiking Bones, welcome into the stream. Well, guys, that was a very, very successful show. I really, really enjoyed all these amazing ideas, and I think episode 86 of Disney Fiasco was absolutely, positively excellent. That I couldn't think of any more imaginary, descriptive words than that. I absolutely loved it. Thank you everybody in the chat for being here. I know straight after this stream, Mouse Talk will be live with Steve's World, who didn't decide to show up tonight. That's fine.
Steven's World.
Steven's World.
Not bitter or anything.
And can I just say, right?
You know what things missing.
You know what Walt streams? You know what Sports Night is all about tonight?
Food.
Disney food.
You weren't invited on?
You see. No, I love Vaughn and Steve. But guys, please go check them out straight after the stream. I don't know if Shep is going to go live later. If he is, please make sure you drop by. He is going live.
He usually does 9:30.
I just texted me. Yep.
Fantastic. Guys, please make sure you go check out Shep from the Shep family going on at 9:30.
30, yep.
9:30. So, Walt over on Mouse Talk straight after this stream, and then the Shep family at 9:30. Right, let's go back round. Let's do plugs. Let's do shout outs. Let's do all that kind of stuff. So let's start off with Meg from Mickey's Magic. So good to have you here.
Thanks
Great to
for
see you.
having me, Dan. I'm excited about my Lord of the Rings world. So
We need to do another. I think if Walt was still here, we need to do another Lord of the Rings stream. It was last year. I think we did one. It was so good. It was amazing. But anything coming up for you? Videos, unboxings?
I'm trying to put out a couple videos a week just because I have a second to edit things. I feel like I have more work now that I'm home, but I actually have time to sit down. I have a DIY coming out next week. On Monday, we're talking about the Rise of Skywalker with several friends. And then just a huge shout out to that guy up there whose birthday's next week.
Hey.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, technically, I'm in tomorrow because I'm already in your birthday day. So happy birthday, buddy!
Thanks.
Yeah.
Dan.
It's already past midnight, so I can say it.
Huge happy birthday to my
Thanks, man.
brother.
Thank
Huge
you.
happy birthday to Patrick from Zippity Doo Dad. And speaking
I
of
sent
which,
him a button for his birthday.
It's right here.
all about it.
Honestly, I didn't know it was his birthday.
No, he didn't know. He just sent it to me.
And he's like, "Oh, did you send this to me because it was my birthday?" It's like, yeah.
Of course I did.
I see. Well,
Thank you.
well, I can say happy birthday because it's past midnight here. So happy birthday, buddy! Many
you.
many happy returns. And very quickly with Meg, Magic Mondays with Meg on Monday.
Yep, we're talking Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, and I hope to be there.
I hope so.
I a new hope to be there. No, that was terrible.
Yeah, we have a couple friends coming to join us, so excited.
That should be really exciting. Josh, well, thank you. This was a very, very successful debut of Disney Fiasco. It was a pleasure having you here, and you are definitely for sure welcome to come back any time. Thank you so much, and you've got lots of stuff going on, so please share out your channel. What's coming up for you?
Well, I have Magical Monday Mayhem on Mondays, right before Steve, and then Meg's after Steve, of course, and then PTV. And then on Wednesday, I have a special live stream before Diz and That, where we're talking about the SEA. We're not talking, it's not an SEA vlog, but I'm bringing on some friends who are SEA fans and have just recently finished completing their Disney bucket list, visiting all of the international parks. And so we're going to be discussing the SEA internationally and those rides and how they enjoy them as SEA fans.
That's amazing. Please, guys, and I know Josh is brand new to the Disney Fiasco family, his first time here. So please, guys, please make sure you go check out his channel, as he is the newest guest to the show. So please go check out Practically Perfect, Park Hopping, PPP, Triple P, Josh, all the variations of his name. It's been a pleasure having you here. So thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
And the birthday boy, Zip. So good to have.
Thanks, Meg.
Here. And, we always have a blast when you come on Fiasco. I know sometimes schedules don't match up, but I'm so glad you're here. So thank you so much, buddy, for joining.
Thank you. Yeah, I actually looked it up before I came on. Episode 51 was my first stream with you, and now what's this? 86.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to remedy that. You've asked me a bunch of times, and like we said, I do work every other Saturday night, so it's tough to get on. But yeah, thank you so much again for having me. It's always a pleasure. And yeah, I got a few things coming up. I dropped Seven Dwarfs Mine Train POV. I'm working on, which it should be dropped this Tuesday. My Arnold Palmer Golf Invitational tournament that I went with Dale earlier in March. And this Tuesday, I have a special stream with PJ. We're going to be doing Disney pins with a couple special guests. Wink, wink. And tomorrow, I might go live tomorrow, not just because it's my birthday, but tomorrow marks the 1-year anniversary of me going live. My YouTube channel started in February, but I went live actually on my birthday on April 5th. I did it at Magic Kingdom for Happily Ever After Fireworks, and it was right when they switched over, because I told everyone, because I went down for my half marathon with Star Wars for my birthday weekend by myself, And I told everyone, oh, I'm going to go live for the first time. I'm going to show you the fireworks. Well, that's when YouTube switched over to 1,000 subscribers, blah, blah, blah. About 8 minutes before I was about to go live. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm not going to be able to go live. And Shep from the Shep family, who was my first buddy in YouTube, walked me through, I think it was StreamYards or whatever it was at the time. And I downloaded it, got it up, and actually filmed the fireworks and went on TTA. And that was my very first time going live. So I might try to go live every year on my birthday, since it was the anniversary of going live. But pretty cool. It's pretty cool. But and who knows, after a year, all the things and all the friends and just the amazing relationships I've gained with every one of you. So it's a lot has happened over the past year, and I can't thank you guys enough.
And I think just on behalf of everybody, considering where you started a year ago to where you are now, you've done a incredible job. And
thanks. Thank you, Dan.
The community that have, you've built behind everybody through this and that, and the connections you've built with us and everybody in the chat it's amazing. So, I'm honored honored that I met you in person, and it's great to have you here. And big congratulations for tomorrow, and happy birthday for tomorrow, buddy.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And lastly, for me, I had a big return this week. I had Disney Food Fridays back this week, which was absolutely great. We did Whispering Canyon, the skillets. Sorry, Meg, it wasn't vegan, but it was
They
delicious.
do have a vegan one, though.
I know. I nearly didn't talk. I actually nearly talked about it, but I was just like, don't kill me. So Disney Food Fridays are back, and it's so good having those streams, those videos back. I've got some more videos coming up. I actually have a pin haul coming up really soon, because pins and lots of pins, because we all love pins. And and what else do I have? Some other stuff going on. Disney Fiasco episode 87 next week, and we are counting down the days to 100 episodes. Guys, please make sure you go check out Mouse Talk right now. He's live right now. Hopefully, I don't know for sure. Didn't get the notification, or maybe I did. Can't remember.
Sure hope Steve made it.
Let's go over there and say hashtag where's Steve.
Tiger King sent us.
Everybody in the chat, please go check out Where's Steve. Everyone go into the Mouse Talks channel. Go check out their live stream right now and put in hashtag Where's Steve. Thank you so much, everybody. You guys are the best. And I'll see you again for episode 87 next week. Thank you so much. And I'll see you all real soon. Bye-bye.